come up on the mountain today, one of my honey hole stands years ago. Hadn't been up here for a long time. I wanted to get some video up here in case I don't come back. It takes about 3 hours to get here out of the truck. But I killed a lot of bucks up in here. I've got 3 deer on the wall mounted that come from it. That come from a spot, and several other that, just horns or Euro mounts. I guess one of the places you always keep dear to your heart, you remember. We're going to sit in here all day. We're not going to come off till dark. I actually got Hayden. He's coming from back this way. I dropped him off over there this morning walking out. And he's coming this way. I'm going to put him watching this draw. Do a little slower. I'm going to have him watching this draw, this little flat, from midday till the evening. Because they like to come up out of the thickets and walk up. I'm going to watch. I'm going to watch this. Because they come from this side too, and they'll work their way, and they'll go around. So, hopefully I didn't move the camera too fast. Just a cell phone, so. But I have set up here with frozen mustache. Wind blowing 15 degrees, snow. And I walked up here this morning and brought him up. He's never been up here before. And I wanted to show him what it was like, what it was up here. And show him these spots. And show him some of the good cutoff spots where the deer like to come out of the draws. And I'll tell you, this type of hunting is a different type of hunt. Anybody who hunts the mountains knows that. And I don't have to go into details on it. On how tough it is. Because, there's people all over the country elk hunting, go after them high deer and stuff. But, they know it's work. But, it's just one of the spots, I've always liked it up in here. And I have sat days upon days and not seen a darn thing. And other days I've seen stuff that I've never seen before anywhere else. Deer, bucks chasing. Come by you this way, come by, here comes another one. You got to be kind of selective. It is a drag. You go back the way we come in, it's 6 hours to drag one. And I kind of figured out I go straight off. When I first started hunting in here, so I drag it back the way I come in. It's like 6 hours to get one out. We got to change that. So I found a leading ridge that goes straight off. I can go down and go through a draw, snake around one side of another point, and head off towards the main road that comes up the mountain. But, yeah, I've sat here and seen bobcats, turkey, bear. Had a bear. 2,000? Probably 2,000. Between probably 2000, 2003. Yeah, this was back that way. I don't know, maybe a quarter of a mile. And we'll sit down for an evening hunt with a muzzleloader. And I've been in, I hunted over here in the morning, and I went that way because it was back towards the where the leading ridge was, where I usually go off. So I went back that way hunting. A freaking bear come in, went 50, 60 yards away. The dude just curls up at the base of a tree. I can't even remember if it was bear season or not. But I was by myself up in here. I've had bears come by me up here during bear season, and I was by myself. Who wouldn't want to take that shot, you know? When you by yourself, it's a different ball game. Because if you call your buddies, they gonna be an hour getting to your truck, and then they gonna be another couple, 3 hours getting up here to where you shot this thing. So it's my whole lesson to try to teach Hayden is selective. You can't just go deer, boom, because the work begins, you know. It was good for him. I think he'll appreciate it, and he'll know the difference between deer hunting and hunting deer after today. I do believe. But anybody ever walks across here in this certain spot where I'm sitting, I've stuck some 243 shells down in between the rocks. And you ever find it and you ever watch this video, you'll know. And maybe even some 280. Because I've hunted in here, I hunted in here a little over 15 years. And I hadn't been in here for a while, but I hunted it for 15 years straight. And it's a good 3 or 4 days. You know, at least 3 days a week. You know, muzzleloader and then rifle. At least 3 days a week I'd make it, because I didn't do it. There was a couple days I'd do it back to back, but most of the time I took it. You wake up in here and it's like you gotta take a day off. Now you gotta take a month off. You know. But it is a whole nother type of hunting up here, you know. And I wanted him to see that. There's a difference between riding a fence line, walking 100 yards into a corner of a field, sitting in a blind, and leaving the truck, hiking for 3 hours through brush, smacking you in the face and rocking. I ain't saying one's more pleasant than the other, but it is kind of pioneering. I guess when I was younger, don't watch too much Jeremiah Johnson and Mountain Man. The old Mountain Man movie with Charlton Heston, and I loved it. Every time I come up here, that's what I thought about. And hearing my granddaddy's stories, you know, hunting out in West Virginia, they hunted bear and whatever. They'd leave the house, sometimes spend the night in the woods. And people just don't. They do. But that type of a hunt, of really spending a lifetime in the woods and growing up in the woods, your hobbies, your pastimes of being in the woods, people don't. It's a dying, what's the word I'm looking for? A dying heritage, I'll just say that, you know. There's guys and ladies that, you know, they hunt and do their everything. Of course, you know, hunt every day. You know, busy schedules, work schedules. Years ago, people provided in the woods or in the let's call it in the outdoors just as much as they did working a 9 to 5 or 7 to 3 or whatever. And as times have changed and paces have changed and people grind that job more than they spend time in the outdoors, you realize the difference between then and now. The kind of progress of time, you know. I hear something, and I wonder if it's Hayden. Need to quit talking. I walked up in here, but I got my ears on good enough where I can see these draws or hear. It's so quiet. I'll hear an old boy stepping. Old buck stepping before he gets. But yeah, he's coming. See how pretty that draw is back that way. Look behind me. Beautiful country, beautiful country. Bobcats. Probably seen, the whole time I've hunted up in there, I've probably seen at least 12 or 15 bobcats. First time I ever seen bobcats chasing turkeys. A pair of bobcats chasing turkeys and working them like a team. Crazy. Craziest thing. Them things are slick. And I'm going to tell you, if anybody's still watching this video and seen it this far, if you've ever seen a bobcat in the woods, you know that's probably the quietest critter on 4 legs. Because them jokers they can come through leaves a foot deep. Where if me and you walk, it sounds like a bowl. Dry leaves. And that bobcat will come through there like a ghost. Quiet. Because they know what they're doing. That's what they're built for. Purpose built. Stealth machines. But yeah, if I don't get any more videos today, if we don't have any more luck, it's at least documented. Probably my favorite deer stand of all time. And I might try to get back, this year. If not, this is just to get to where I park is an hour from the house. Years ago I lived closer. I think that is Hayden coming. But hopefully we get on. What time is it? It's like 11:30. It's like 11:30 now. But we're going to sit in here till dark. And hopefully we have some luck, And I hope anybody out there that knows the type of hunting, does this type of hunting, and if you got the ability to try to pass it down, it doesn't have to be your children. It could be cousins or good friends that aren't used to it, just to experience it, because it's something about the solitude and being so far back and knowing what you work for and how hard it was to get back in here. I'm not saying it's the funnest when it comes time to drag something, but man, there's something special about it. But anyway, I'm out. I'm Jim Ward, and I'm owner of Warbird Turkey Calls, but today I'm deer hunting in a spot that I've loved to deer hunt my whole life, and just wanted to document it. I appreciate you for paying attention to me rambling, but I'm saving this video for hopefully my grandkids, maybe their grandkids, to watch, that their dumbass granddaddy used to hike up and stuff like this. Thank y'all very much. Have a good day.